Hello there. It was another day of contrasts across the UK on Friday, with some of the bluest of the skies, the highest of the temperatures. Across northern Scotland, 24 degrees Celsius in Outnahara. Compare that to just 14 degrees for some North Sea facing coast. Plenty of fret and haar lasting for much of the day, and a cool onshore breeze too. Now, there will be more mist and fog forming through the weekend, a weekend of sunny spells and some showers. But
good news for anyone who missed the show-stopping Northern Lights last weekend. There could be more displays on the way.
Forecasters say the new solar storms are being driven towards Earth because the sun is reaching a period of peak solar activity, resulting in spectacular northern lights. And the sunspot that caused last week's storm will be back in around 2 weeks.
So let's go to Matt now. 2 weeks' time. Matt, did you catch it last weekend yourself?
I did, yes, for the first time ever. I even managed to see it with my own eyes, so I was very impressed. There is a chance, of course, we could see that as the sunspot comes back into view, of course, in the start of next month. But as ever with solar storms, there's never any guarantee. The way I like to think about it is waves crashing against the beach. You need a really big wave to get the big crash, and it's the same sort of thing with those magnetic storms. They have to combine, of course, with nighttime and with clear skies as well, which we were very lucky to have last week. Now, saying all that, there has still been a few magnetic storms during the last few days, and that does mean there is the chance we could see some of the aurora, but point out some of the strongest aurora will be before the sun sets here, so it's during daylight, so you're not going to see it. But even tonight, if you get some breaks in the cloud, and there'll be a lot more cloud in northern Scotland, there is a small chance you could see some, but it will not be on the levels we saw last weekend.
I think for quite a few people, Matt, it's looking rather lovely, isn't it?
It will do, yes, but for some, it has actually looking a bit grim at the moment, to be honest, Charlie. Very good morning to you. This may be a familiar sort of scene to some of you right now. It's a bit grey, misty, foggy. This is on the Norfolk coast in Cromer a short while ago from Weatherwatcher walking tractor. Now, this sort of sea fog, fret, har, whatever you want to call it in your part of the world, is quite common this time of the year. The reason is sea temperatures are actually still on the low side. They don't actually peak in the UK until later September, early October. And when we get conditions like we have at the moment, the winds are light, the air quite warm, that warm, stagnant air will start to cause fog to form over the sea, particularly at the moment in the North Sea. And if you get any sort of a breeze, that will push it onshore, especially by night, and could drag it well inland. And that's why some of you are starting your mornings a little bit grey, misty and murky. A lot of that, though, will burn back through the day, but around some coasts, like we saw here in Whitby over the last few days, it will still lap onshore every now and again. So that's one thing to watch out for. So after a fine start, we were going to see a greater chance of some rain, particularly wet potentially Wednesday into Thursday for some in England and Wales. Temperatures will fall a bit, but they'll still be a little bit above normal for the time of year. That's how it's looking. Back to you both.
Makes for atmospheric weather, doesn't it, Matt? Like the scene we had in Cromer earlier.
First thing in the morning, and it's when that starts to lift. Beautiful as the sun overhead.
You might like this picture from outside the studios here, Matt, this morning.
I'm sure.
Rather reflects what you were talking about.
Exactly, and it's shaping up to be a lovely day there. Blue skies overhead later.
If you joined us a little earlier, the spider would have been on the camera as well, because you know a spider lives up there, and sometimes it walks ceremoniously across the screen.
Always trying to get on airtime, isn't he? Always.
You know, when you leave your house and it's a morning like that, it's going to be a good day.
Yes, enjoy it.
See you later, Matt. Thank you very much.